knows who her friends are. So, yeah, don't get no closer. It'll only make her run.
For many fans of the underground scene, maybe many think that Rancid is a music group that is truly considered the only original punk rock band compared to band names with similar genres around the world. At least that's what came out of the mouths of loyal Rancid fans. Rancid was officially formed in 1991 by two friends who have known each other since childhood, namely Tim Armstrong and Matt Freeman. They both grew up together in a working-class town in Albany, California. Prior to the formation of Rancid, both of them also briefly played for a ska punk band called Operation Ivy from 1987 to 1989. Tim and Matt's band before Rancid actually gained recognition in the punk scene. Local, even though it has been fairly successful, in the end Operation Ivy decided to disband. They still have a great passion for making music. Tim and Matt actively founded a punk band. Before the arrival of Rancid, they both had time to become motors for the band Downfall, Generator, and Den's Hall Crashers. Unfortunately, the age of these bands was not long, until finally Matt decided to return to invite Tim to form a punk rock band with Brett Reed, known as Rancid. At the beginning of its formation, Tim Armstrong served as vocalist and guitar player, Matt filled in as bass player, and Brett as drummer. After a few months since the formation of Rancid, the punk band has started to actively fill the stage in the local punk scene. In fact, their appearance quickly attracted a lot of fans' attention. They felt confident with a fast career path, and Rancid finally decided to release IPI in 1992 under the auspices of the record label Lookout. Then not long after its release, Rancid chose to leave the record label and accepted an offer to join Epitaph Records. With his new record label, in 1993 Rancid succeeded in releasing his first album. During its journey as a music group that has had a major influence on the punk rock scene, Rancid has managed to release 9 full-length albums from 1993 to 2017. In 1993 Lars Frederiksen joined to fill the second guitar position in Rancid, while Brett decided to leave the band. In 2006, after previously Rancid decided to take a short break from 2004 to 2005. Now the drummer in Rancid's body has been filled by Brandon Steinekert since 2006. It is undeniable that Rancid has had a huge influence on the punk rock scene not only in terms of his music, but also his style of performance. Rancid helped bring back the mohawk hairstyle, jacket or vest full of spikes and studs, and the DIY attitude, and here are some facts about Rancid's band. The main reason Rancid stood up. Besides still wanting to try to hone his musical abilities, Matt has another mission when he tries to offer the idea of establishing Rancid to Tim Armstrong. At that time Tim was having quite a lot of problems and started consuming alcoholic beverages which caused him to become dependent. Seeing his comrade in arms was in trouble which seemed quite heavy, Matt tried to re-energize Tim Armstrong's body. Matt wanted Tim to be focused and productive. Therefore the bass player chose to offer an idea to form a band. Unbeknownst to them, Rancid has now become one of the icons for the punk rock scene in the world. The most successful independent band of all time. During his career in the music industry, Rancid is still considered one of the most successful musicians or music groups under an independent record label. This is evidenced by the record sales of Rancid's albums under Epitaph Records, which reached up to 4 million records during the collaboration between the two parties. But unfortunately, when they moved to a major record label, Rancid still couldn't repeat the success they achieved when they were still considered an independent band. Invited Billy Joe Armstrong to join. In 1993, after the release of the first album, Rancid chose to immediately return to the recording studio to prepare for his second album. But at that time they felt they needed one more member in Rancid to complete their musical identity. Then Tim Armstrong invited Billy Joe Armstrong to fill the guitar position in the band Rancid. Billy Joe at that time did not give a definite answer but was already involved in making a song called Radio, and had joined as a touring member. After a long time of contributing, Billy Joe finally decided to refuse the offer. Seeing an opportunity, Lars Frederiksen finally volunteered to fill the guitarist position and is still active today. One stage with the Ramones. Ramones and The Clash are the biggest inspirations for all Rancid members. His love for the two legendary punk rock bands made Rancid get on good terms with both bands. Even on one occasion when the Ramones decided to hold their last concert, Rancid had the opportunity to join the series of concert tours and play as the opening band. Tim Armstrong has also collaborated on a solo music project belonging to Joe Strummer, the frontman of The Clash. In this collaboration, Tim acts as the owner of the record label Hellcat Records, which helped release and distribute 3 of Joe Strummer's solo albums. And that's a few interesting facts about the band Rancid.